All right, we're back for another Mario Kart Central Primetime, this time in Division 7. My name is Julian. I hope everyone's doing well, and I'm here today with my friend and teammate and also fellow caster, Awoken. Hi, how are you doing today?
Uh, Good, and I'm excited because we have quite the interesting match here down in
Yes.
Division 7. So, if you haven't been keeping up or if you're not in this div, the D7 playoff situation is ridiculous. It is absolutely crazy. I think five separate teams are either 5 and 4 or 4 and 5.
Yeah, we have the standings here
So,
right now, actually. This is,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, so a bit of an update to these. KVT fell to 4 and 5 and YQ is 5 and 4 after their last two matches. So, I'm not 100% certain if this is a win and in match for either of these teams or what the situation there is, but YQ is definitely in with a win. I can confirm to you that much, and I would have to think KVT is as well, but
Yeah,
I don't know how the math works out if that happens.
KVT is
Okay,
definitely in the hot
KVT is
seat
winning in.
here. They're in,
KVT is
okay.
winning in. Yes,
Yeah, these matches are so close. Also, the matches versus TR and AD that KVT had, this is just insane. And also that there were four teams with a 4-4 record before this. Yeah, this is like the best division you could have chosen for this prime time and one of the most important matches because either team can secure playoffs here, I believe. So, wow, I'm really looking forward to this. We're soon going to be
yeah.
seeing the POVs as well as lineups. All right. On the Yoshi Gang side, we have Connor C, iLoser, Maple, Oscar, who is also going to provide his POV or their POV, Wood22, and Z Darky. And you can go over the Kartvengers Team Alpha roster.
Yeah. We have Hans, we have Iori, we have 1M22, Lameth, Rufo, and we have a POV from Vic. Thank you to them. But yeah, I would have to think, this is a playoff win and in type match. You're going to be bringing out your best lineup. I see a lot of players that I recognize that I've definitely played
Yes.
my fair share of wars against, and just players I know from other corners of the community. Like I know Wood, for example, is definitely a player to watch out for.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
one of the fastest players in this division in the skill range. Can really uh just take over for YQ should he get a break in first. So
Definitely agreed. But also you have
yeah.
Kartvengers with the synergy. They've been around
Oh
for
yeah,
so long. Kartvengers
yeah,
has
for
been
so many
existing,
years.
yeah, like literally before I was in this community, so they know what they're doing, and YQ can definitely hold up against that. Like you see how close the records are. I believe this is going to be a close match, and also hope for the content that it's going to be a close match.
For sure.
Yes. We should be switching over to the game POV anytime soon once the players are fully in the room. But for now, what are your thoughts on this, Awoken? Who do you think is going to win? What are you expecting from this?
I mean, the stats seem to favor YQ, right? They do have the marginally better record. They have the better differential. Um, I am not sure actually how these two teams' first match earlier on in the season went. I'm gonna go have a look through
Hmm.
these some results.
As you're doing that, okay, we're actually
Yeah.
starting. Okay, we're starting with Oscar's POV. Oscar also a really talented player to look out for. There are so many good players. Like, it's yeah, it's just insane. And okay, interesting. Vic going on for the PPS. I think that's always
Right.
been a KVT classic. I am
Oh yeah.
curious how Yoshi Gang is gonna work against that.
Yep. Okay. So what I'm seeing is in the first match, Yoshi Gang actually won by almost 90. I believe that's a plus 88 if my math is right.
Oh wow.
536, 448. So it was not close the first time these teams met. But if there is one thing, like you said, why or KVT does have that experience of being up against the wall at the end of an MKU season. They know how to navigate situations like this potentially better than a newer team in YQ. They have been
Maybe.
around for some time, but not nearly as long as one of the single oldest standing teams in the entire community.
That's
So
true. Yeah.
it's going to come down to does that experience make a difference here in a situation like this?
Yes.
And it will be PPS first race, so a bit of leverage to start off the war here
I'm
for
really
them.
curious how KVT is going to play this because they're, as I said, very experienced on this. But Yoshi Gang has been so much on the rise recently. They've become so incredibly good. I don't know what's.
Yeah,
KVT
they've been
actually picked this even though they're not in first. They're so confident in this pick.
they've been coming up the divisions really fast. I remember seeing YQ hanging out in I don't know if they were ever in I don't know if they were ever in the 20s in divisions, but I know that they were like super super low, like as low as like maybe D17, D18. What are we
What
doing?
is going on here? Is he bagging? Oh,
Oh, we DC'd.
I believe that's connection error in Spanish.
Yeah. I don't I don't know if room crashed or if he DC'd for bagging too long.
I'm pretty sure like they stopped
I'd have to
immediately.
assume that's a crash.
Yeah, I assume so. Or maybe someone DC'd before the race. We don't know. Well, that PPS race is not counting, so we can maybe see it another time. Dude, I was like, are they gonna bag or are they stopping? Are they a lot of bottoms? What's going on? But okay, that checks out that there's a room crash. But that sucks. So our start is delayed a bit.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's fine. That gives us more time to talk about these two teams, I guess. But I feel like we've kind of already discussed all the important stuff about
Yeah.
KVT, their history. They've been around for absolutely forever. They've been running. How many teams is KVT running
They're running two
nowadays?
teams. They have
Two. Okay.
Kartvengers Alpha, which is KVT, which we're seeing right now, and then they have I think they're called Kartvengers. I think that's just the second team's name, right? I remember like literally when I joined the community, like in the first season, we played weekly wars against Kartvengers. That's for how long? Oh, nice Cuphead.
And that's
That's
what
for how
like
long they've been around. It's
that's
really
been what
insane.
like 2020 ish at least, if not
Yeah,
further
like
back.
literally, like
Like
honestly, respect
I
to the
started
leaders. Yeah.
I started playing in 2020. KVT has been around that entire time
Yeah.
and more.
That's
But
insane.
I'm
But
I actually want to do my research now. When was this team founded?
But I also find it so incredible that YQ got so good so quickly without having like any big additions over time. Like they got so good together while getting better together without adding more individually strong players on top of that. And like just respect to that.
Yeah, KVT has been playing the game since they played their first tournament in August 2019.
Oh my god. I literally was
They
not
have
in the
been around
community back then.
they have been around as a team for longer than either of the two of us have been playing the game.
Oh my god. We should have a system that to be able to join launch, you need to be older than KVT. That would be awesome.
I don't think we're at that point of players in lounge yet. A couple of them may act like it, but I don't think I don't think we're playing against 7-year-olds just yet.
Okay, I just saw in the chat that Oscar DC'd before the start of the race. Okay, which checks
That would
out
make
why they're
sense.
restarting.
All
But
right,
I am
gotcha.
wondering what's taking so long for them to restart. Maybe they are having some trouble. I hope everyone can join on their end.
Yeah. Info about the point I made earlier in chat. Yeah, YQ was actually in D20 their first season, and they've only gone up in divs ever since. They quickly made their way D20, D18, D14, D12, D10, and now they're all the way up in D7.
That's insane, dude. Respect.
And like you said, they did it all naturally by all sticking together as a team and improving themselves. Kind
Yeah.
of very similar to the way Heroes of TRF did it, where they
Oh
all
yeah.
just where they all stuck together as one unit, never really branched out and got this crazy player that was a free agent to help them along the way.
Mm.
Not to say that's a bad thing to do. Obviously, once you reach that point as a team, you are more open to your options of really good players that you can pick up, but it just goes to show there's definitely a lot of synergy on the side of YQ as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm actually going to throw the hot take out there that way of improvement is actually the long-term healthiest for a team if you just improve together because
Yeah,
you get those
absolutely.
bonds together, you become much closer, and there's less focus on the individual skill. I'm a big fan. I'm really a big fan.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Seeing the natural come up is always
Yeah.
very, very nice.
I'm a huge fan of both of these teams.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we getting going? Oscar, are they in a room? Is reloading? Okay, we're still online. Okay, it's not starting yet. I guess this is a delayed MKU. This prime time is going to take a bit longer. No, don't join Vant. Oh yeah, that's the right room. Exactly. All right. Okay, we should be in. I hope there's not going to be any more trouble, right? Okay, yeah, we have 3, 6. Okay, just a few people missing. I bet that KVT is gonna go out with PPS again immediately. If they're so
Yeah,
confident, if
yeah,
they're not even in first, like, yeah,
I would imagine. It's just, will they get the track pick again? Because remember, that
that's
is still
true.
only a 50-50.
Okay, and we're full again. Okay, we're restarting. Let's pray that no one DCs now. I really hope that this is not gonna be like a DC fest if someone DC'd for before race 1, because that would make it so stressful, especially because this is such an important match. Like literally, either of them wins and they get playoffs.
Yep.
Like that's just what it is. The
I'm not
question,
100.
yeah,
YQ might already be in. I don't know though.
they might.
It could come down to like, if KVT wins, how much they beat them by. Because if they win by more than the first match, then they could eliminate them by tiebreaker. But
Mhm.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
true.
fully know how that works.
Also, I don't exactly know what the results of the last matches were before this. Not everyone might have submitted either, so the results of the others will also influence this. So, like, we're literally not gonna know who makes playoffs until one of them wins. Like, I'm so excited for this. And they're both going their standard tracks. Okay, yeah, that checks out. And again, PPS? Okay, now show us. Why are you picking this? Okay, and we're actually starting. I really hope no one DCs now. Alright. We see Oscar on Pink Yoshi. There's more Pink Yoshis, and yeah, I believe YQ is just the Pink Yoshis and Birdos, right? So we can watch out for the rest, like the green, yellow, and red. I think that's all KVT and blue. Yeah. Okay, pink is YQ, noted.
Right.
Oscar already making his way into 7th. Wait, KVT could do some damage. There. Okay, YQ held first, actually. Interesting. And
Yeah,
Oscar
we
dropped
see
up into a top 2.
top 3 actually for the time being. I believe that's Wood up there, if I'm seeing them correctly. Connor's back there as well. This is so much YQ up the front already. I'd have to imagine Oscar Shroom's up here. Has the horn in first as well. It is open. It can be ghosted away. And we also see...
Oh, he gets greened!
Yeah,
That was an insane snipe. Was that Rufo?
that was Rufo, yeah. Shroomed up there as well in the second, and just couldn't get him out in time before taking out Oscar.
Rufo also a
Potentially...
really talented player, by the way.
Yeah.
Just want to note that.
Oscar potentially YQ's best player, I think a lot of people would say.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm sure everyone brings their own, like, individual
Definitely.
strength.
This is a very well-rounded team. Both of these teams are very well-rounded,
Yes.
but...
Oh, nice slow horn in 11. Someone's definitely mauling.
Yeah, I mean, in a war that's probably going to be this close, all of these points matter. If you can lock someone into last, then like, you might as well, you know?
No, I would have literally done the same. Look at the person in last. They're so far gone. But YQ is a lot of bottoms, and KVT is showing why they picked this. You see how much red and blue and green you see up there? That's a lot. Some of KVT actually are getting hit out. I'm really wondering what's going up there. Okay. The star's gonna come so in clutch for Oscar.
No, I would imagine that's still Rufo in first, bombing a YQ member right before last set there, and has a break in first. I think he just is getting first. Oscar able to star through all of the chaos there, and it's going to be a 2-3-4 for YQ, but that's first is very, very important for damage control.
That's such a
getting the bottom 4?
One bottom 4? That's insane. Okay, if I was YQ, I would take that any day. Just because, like, that was one of KVT's best tracks. They picked that, even though they're not first.
Yeah, if you can take a...
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
No shot either.
That entire time we saw, we saw Oscar back there. That looked like a pretty mixed bottom of the pack there. And just whatever chaos happened there at last set that Oscar was able to just star through, that must have just done the rest of KVT in.
Literally. Like, they were like 2-3-4 the entire time, or like 1-3-4, and then all of a sudden just gone. They're in bottom.
Yeah,
so
KVT looked great until the last 20 seconds.
Yeah. Wow, they all played that well. Really good run from KVT, and then like really good job taking them out from YQ later on. Not bad. That was actually a +18 though. Wow. And we're getting RMC. RMC is also a track I barely see nowadays in tournaments. Do you like this one?
No,
Okay, fair.
no,
That was a
I
very
don't.
straight answer.
No, I've never been an RMC person.
I see. Well, we're gonna see maybe why one of the teams picked them, because I understand if you like this. And I believe that's... Okay, mixed spots running, and Vic decides to stay in the middle. Interesting. Maybe
Yeah,
gonna
no.
go for a dodge?
I've hated this track basically the entire time I've been in this community. I can't even sugarcoat it.
I see.
We're
Okay,
seeing a lot of YQ running like heavy and okay, and just 2-3 there. That will be a red Yoshi in first, but
okay.
either way, somewhat
But-
interesting to see two of them up there.
Yeah. Okay, I think Rufo just dropped out. Oh, nice spacing. Nice spacing from
Yeah.
Vic. Oh, Wood had a
Okay,
dodge,
Wood
actually.
had, yeah, I think he had a shroom. I would think.
Yeah.
Vic opting to not go into first. Probably because he knew his shock was coming. Yeah, he would have missed that if he.
That's a KVT shock. That's
Yeah,
definitely a KVT shock.
100%
They
a
all come
KVT
up.
shock. Like
And
if that was a YQ shock, I would imagine Vic would have shroomed through the cut, and
Yeah.
YQ would have TS'd him there. But
and if that was a
Going around his
YQ
head, yeah.
shock, then also
yeah, plenty
KVT
of
will be
YQ
top 4
dodging
now.
up as well.
Yeah. They could make up for that bottom 4 now. And also Vic has the power with the greens. Is he hitting? Did he get it? Oh, the banana.
Might have hit Darky.
I'm not sure.
Hard to say, but there's a lot of KVT here in this mid pack. A lot of them up in the front as well. I think there's a lot of YQ in the back right now. They're holding on to like what 6, 7. They're in 9, 10, 12. That looks
is that
pretty
top
good
2?
for KVT just off the mini map.
Oh, top 3.
Yeah, top 3 KVT.
Okay. Yeah, and 9-10 last for YQ. Okay. That almost evens it out, right? Wow. Let's see at the result. How good of a race was that actually? Yeah, that was just a really well-used chalk from KVT. I'm actually surprised because they got Yoshi Gang into boxes, but it still worked out being like so good for them. So yeah, I understand why they picked it.
Straight into RWS, no surprise here whatsoever.
That's really good. Also to steal it from the others. I'm personally a big fan to actually pick Ardubs just to prevent others from playing it later on, when they have the better spots. Even if you have other runners, I think it's very effective. Okay, Koopa Cape, love that. Very based, very good spots for that, so I'm a fan of that. And what makes this even more exciting is that they're also tied now. And they're both the winners going to make playoffs. Wow. Okay, but let's see if KVT is able to run away with this.
Yeah, I mean, this is their chance now. They have the momentum. They have their track pick. This is, still, I would say it's still the strongest runner of the game, especially for these teams that have practiced it this much, and a team like KVT that has been picking it for top 3 for 6 years now.
Literally, yeah.
Like, if anyone's going to be taking advantage of an RWS pick, it's going to be these guys.
Yes, definitely. The people with so much experience in the game, I fully agree.
Yeah. There'll be a couple of YQs. I see that Pink Birdo trying to make their way. I believe they're in 3rd at the moment. But yeah, at the end of the day, that's just one person compared to, I believe, KVT holding 5 atop 6 at the moment.
I think YQ is actually bottom 4. Oh,
yeah,
wow,
good fire
RWS.
there, but it's just going to allow for the boomerang, and that's going to put...
Top 5. Oh, but they get a mate, too.
Yeah, an interesting bomb. KV held top 5 there for a moment, but that is going to bring Big back here. But that's just... He's just going to be allowed to do more damage back here. He's going to be able to kind of troll Wood a little bit. Maybe prevent... maybe either spy out the shock, or just pull it himself.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, he'll pull it himself. Maybe Last has it. Last hasn't used anything in quite a bit, but they definitely know. Yep.
It did have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wood definitely saw that. Kind of had to, maybe not panic to use it, but good call from them regardless. Even if it didn't really do much in terms of getting them to dodge, it still prevented KVT from using an even better shock for them.
I agree. And both of our POVs are actually bottom two. So besides the colors on the minimap and the blue being out, we actually don't know what's going on there. I think top two for KVT, but one of them getting blued.
Yeah, do they have... They don't have defense, so that'll be YQ going into maybe potentially second?
I saw another KVT getting hit out. But they're
Yeah.
still keeping 1-3-4 all running into the Nana. That's gonna cost them.
Yeah, unfortunate
Okay.
for Vic. I do think that's a KVT bottom two, but after that, couldn't really tell you. I do think KVT held on to at least 1-3,
Oh, he
but
gets
there's so
1-1.
many pink Yoshis in the pack there. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of mid spots for YQ. Connor's actually gonna find his way into last, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
a lot of mids for YQ there.
Well
Gonna
played
be a
from both
relatively
teams.
even race. I think a slight win for KVT though.
Yeah, I agree. I find it crazy how even this is. Like, these races so far, both teams have played so well. When one team runs, the other one manages really well to clutch out mid spots. And when the other one does the opposite, then the other one manages to get the mid spots. Like, that was just a +2 for Yoshi Gang. So, well played. I think if they if KVT hadn't pulled another shock, then YQ could have probably used that shock even more effectively, but they had to. But they turned like top 5 KVT into a top +2 for them. So I'll take that any day. And RWS is out of the way now. And I see KVT is also a Hyrule fan and Sherbet. Okay. Love these choices.
Hyrule comes as zero shock to me. I feel like I've been playing Hyrule against KVT for forever now. The Hispanic teams all really like Hyrule, I think, especially the South American ones. And there is quite a bit of Colombia and Mexico and Brazil in this lineup from KVT.
Yeah,
South America loves this track, I've noticed.
I have actually not noticed that. That's really interesting.
Yeah. As well as Central America, Mexico, all of that region. I feel like I play Hyrule against those types of players so much, and like, hey, it works.
That's
like,
true.
I can't knock it. They're all exceptional at this track.
Goodbye, Maple. Wait, actually, never mind. They live. And KVT actually kept first. You can see, like, I think a top 3 in the front. The right Yoshis? Yeah. No, actually, Oscar found his way into second. Gets bumped out, though. Yep. KVT showing very well that they're able to keep the front spots. Very well played.
Yeah. We are going to see Lucer and Oscar try and make their way up, but with only one green and just a shroom from... Yeah. Just not enough to take out the 4 KVT members up here. Like they can be up there. They can just kind of exist. Like, okay, there's the blue. It'll get a couple of them.
Oh, that's awesome for them. Okay, now with 2-3 and Oscar being able to shroom up.
Yeah, Lucer has that red still. Oscar's going to be shrooming into first now, and might be able to just pull out this trail and just force.
Oh, that bomb! How did that get him? That was so close, and she gets greened in the process.
Yeah, gets comboed back out there. YQ now comfortably sitting in top 2, but not before that player in second. I believe that's still Lucer.
I think that's KVT now in like 2-3 and bottoms.
Yeah, Oscar is gone. Oscar's winning this race by like 5 seconds. But behind him, who knows? I do think that's KVT at least second.
I have no idea. What are they getting? I'm really curious. Yeah, because there's a lot of YQ in the bottom. Oh, okay, bottom 2 for YQ. Interesting. Dude, all of these races, when one team broke away, the other team has always clutched out like 3-4, and the team getting first also got bottom spots. This is still so close. Nice run from Oscar, though. Very well played. What are they gonna choose now? I wonder if... Okay, Oscar goes with the B-dubs. I saw YQ picking this earlier, so I believe this is a track that they like to pick a lot.
At this point, I feel like the track pick is less about what spots you have and less about just what can you get a good race on. Like this
Yeah.
war is virtually tied after a full GP.
Yeah,
And
literally.
both of these teams are looking to just get a gigantic race and break away. At least if I were playing in this war and I were talking with you, B, I would want the discussion to be about what track do we know we can win on,
Yeah, definitely.
rather than just what track is good for first or what track is good for 2-3. You
Yeah.
know?
And we're gonna
So,
see if YQ can
yeah,
actually
BWS
take advantage of this now.
seems to be that track.
I agree. Beat-ups can be held first on. If the spots behind that don't pull a shroom, then maybe Oscar is actually able to pull off a good misc and keep first. And his mate in the back might actually be able to pull shrooms as well and shroom up. Like, that's how it's supposed to work in theory, but we'll have to see if that's actually gonna happen.
Yep.
Yep, it did happen. That's an immediate top 3. Top 4.
Top 4 even, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oscar not even getting that amazing of a nest, but it's good enough.
Yeah. Like, literally all of their mates were able to shroom up. But, oh, that boomerang is gonna deal damage. No? What? How did that miss everyone?
The third throw, though.
Yeah.
This is the important one. It's gonna get... It gets 1.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
And the red is skipping? Okay, I guess. And there's blue out. YQ is balancing this out well. They have someone in the last and the ghost right now, actually. Forced to use his shroom. Smart play. I think KVT is gonna need shock here, actually, to break through this top. Unless Vic gets a crazy pull or something. But this map is very shock heavy, so it might happen. Is he gonna check the green up here? Yes, he will. Getting closer. These triple greens are also so scary. And Oscar has a bomb too. They could make a play, like dropping a tide and the other person goes wide. If they could eliminate these triples, that would be so beneficial for them. And there's another blue coming in for YQ. That's a sec. Oh, Vic with a good kill. And Oscar drops the bomb. Yeah, that's goodbye, Vic. But their teammate shrooms into second. With protection? Okay, we actually see KVT in first now. Oscar takes over. Just showed why they picked that track for first. Good, very clean lines.
Oh yeah. I mean, it will still be KVT in second, but as far as everyone else, like it's just okay. I think
that's
would
a huge race
there. Yeah, KVT. Okay, 2-3, but yeah, bottom 4.
Bottom 4. Ouch. Yeah, that's exactly the race that they needed. Okay. Wow. That's a huge blow against KVT. But they've shown before that they can come back from this. Like, this is so close. That was one of YQ's best tracks, so we just need KVT's one of their best tracks, and maybe they're going to be able to come back immediately. KVT needs the CBT, they like to say.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What are they gonna go for though? I'm seeing a lot of DLC on YQ's end. Maybe they like that a lot, especially. I've also seen more base game on KVT's end. Yep, we have the Daisy Cruiser DLC versus the Trainbow base game. Okay, interesting. Honestly, Trainbow is just good for those spots. I feel like this next pick is gonna determine a lot how the rest of the match is gonna go. And we get the Trainbow. Okay, KVT can get can get an advantage here. They're definitely in the advantage because you have so many coins in the back. You can draft up, and then you're just straight up faster than all the people around you if you start in the back. Really broken track. And yeah, a lot of people in the community pick it for bottom spots just because of that feature, because of the coins. And we will see soon if that's gonna happen. Let's take a look at all of those KVT members in the back. Oh, Oscar going for the smart steering strat. Very nice. The inward behind is not gonna go for the smart steering. And he goes first. Oh,
yep.
Insta
There's
red.
the red though. Yeah.
And the goodbye, Oscar. That's unfortunate. Who do we have in first? There seems to be a lot of KVT as expected up there. Huan can trail? Oh, never mind. That's... Oh, okay. Top 2 YQ, but he gets incinerated out. Okay. Just first. Maple just holding their... No! Ah, that's an unfortunate mess up. I hope that doesn't cost them too much. But that's really beneficial for
Let's see.
YQ, though.
Yeah, might be able to do some damage here in the back. Yeah, gonna actually not red Darky there. YQ holding on to top spots for the time being.
But I think YQ is also bottom 3, right? Or am I missing? Or at least one more KVT is back there, but a lot of YQ back here.
Yeah.
KVT being in most of the...
Can that pink Yoshi up there hold on to first? I would like to think they can.
I think that's Maple still, right? Who ran the entire time.
More than likely. Or no, Maple... Yeah. Maple falling to 4th, actually. Did KVT make their way into top 3 at the end? They might have.
Okay, and KVT also streaming past. Is that a bottom 4 for YQ? It is. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Dude, this is just a constant back and forth. One team gets a huge race, then the other team gets a huge race. They just keep neutralizing each other. Oh my god. And we still don't know who's in the better spot for playoffs. They're just both playing so well. What is going on? Okay, now, okay, if our script is correct, we're gonna see another plus 20 from YQ now, and then another plus 24
definitely.
from KVT, right? So I hope they can follow with our script. That would be awesome. Just for the content, you know?
Does anyone feel like they want to, you know...
I totally understand why. Is that that might be the first DLC pick actually from KVT, but with the inward, maybe the inward got first actually. That would make a lot of sense. Like, it is insane how inward friendly Paris is. Like, inwards can literally start in the mid pack and just be in first by the first turn or by the second turn.
Yeah, because they just don't get bumped online.
They literally don't get bumped. Yeah. So this is definitely running up against... Yeah, the inwards in second. That makes sense. Okay. YQ definitely being in the hot seat here. But actually, the last race wasn't as big of a race as I thought, with KVT only being up 12 now. Like, I thought that was going to be way bigger, actually. Clean lines from Vic, and a nice draft. Is he gonna... Yep. The pink Yoshi trailing. That's wood, I believe. Okay. If they don't hit out Rufo now, they're gonna run for the rest. I'm telling you. And there's so much KVT behind even being able to protect them. Except I lose her. Oh, what the hell was that?
That, well, hit by something. You know, it is still quite a bit of YQ. Never mind. That was an interesting red. YQ doing what they can with the limited amount of people they have up there, but this is quickly going to become, I think, definitely a shock affair. Can they pull it or not?
Also, with YQ being bottom 3, it looks like... Okay, they did get blue, to be fair. I think there's gonna be a... Is that a YQ member being in first now, after the blue? No! Actually, the KVT member in first had a dodge. But there's, I think, 2, 3, 4 looking at the minimap behind them. Okay, holding the star, not shading that. Is there a shock in play? Last might have shock after the bill. We will see soon. Actually, never mind. They're starring immediately. Oh my god, there's so much pressure on the person in first right now. There's 2, 3, 4 behind them, and if first gets taken out, that's a huge race for YQ. Especially with Oscar having a bill so high up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, how far is this bill gonna take him?
Okay, fair.
And who is that bill? Who is that bill as well? We'll find out in a moment. That's YQ, and Oscar may have just hit them with his own bill.
Oh, but Vic doing so much damage. Wait,
yeah, that's crazy. Bill actually able to pass so many people, but a lot of them were his teammates actually.
Wait, who got first? Okay, Rufo. Dude, what did I tell you at the beginning?
That first for Rufo is really important. If that's a YQ first, then that's like a massive swing in their favor, because that was already going to be potentially a good race for YQ. Had they gotten first, that could have easily been like almost a plus 20.
Yeah, they played that really well. Dude, what I told you in the beginning, if they don't hit out Rufo there immediately, he runs the entire time, and he did. He just kept first the entire time, so very well played from them. And we get the Maple versus... Interesting. Now it's the other way around. YQ actually picking the base game, and KVT the DLC. With Maple versus... Are they really picking Maple against the player named Maple? Is that good of a strategy?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
They're literally playing the owner of it. All right, and we're getting it as well. I'm expecting Maple to get first here. Just saying, like no pressure, but they gotta get first here. There's no other choice. Wait, this was a KVT pick, right? And they're like first with a lot of YQ being behind them. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Maybe
they do
YQ
have
should
they
get
do
to
have
stream.
shroom spots.
Yeah.
They do have shroom spots, but like that doesn't really matter here. I wouldn't think.
Yeah.
Oscar hit a pro one in second, and like, yeah, it didn't do shit.
Yeah. Okay. I was expecting YQ to be able to draft here, but that green comes really in clutch for Rufo. Maybe otherwise Oscar might have been able to. Wait, what happened there? Okay,
Has to be
Connor
careful
dropped
here
it
now
up.
of Connor. Oscar, I trust Oscar to be able to space. This part's kind of laggy though. So this could be weird. And all right, that is just not his fault. But
Bro definitely just said triple nanas don't work in this game. Like that was ridiculous. That should have not happened.
Yeah, well, yeah, they just don't. They're one of the worst items in the game, and that's exactly why.
Okay, unfortunate for Oscar.
It's gonna get this box in bottom 4 though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Star is not bad in this situation at all. Might be able to get something good here from Cannon Set.
If I was Oscar, I would stop here at the cannon set. Actually, their teammates are doing that. Okay. Okay. There's YQ starting immediately. There's blue being thrown. No one is using any dodges after getting the cannon items. I'm gonna say right now YQ has shock. Watch this.
Oh yeah, Oscar's been holding this for quite a while now.
Yeah,
waiting for that KVT member to get out of dodge.
I told
there
you.
It is. Yep.
Yep. Okay, well used. I wonder if KVT was able to predict that.
They're gonna just hold this golden actually. And yeah, no, they have triple shrooms in second as well. I like this a lot for Oscar here. Although he is gonna have to start using this golden pretty soon if he wants to take cut and also get. I'm not gonna keep holding it.
He's gonna opt not to take it.
This is.
Ooh, this
Yeah,
could
Darky.
come back to...
Oh, great throw from Darky though.
Oh.
That's. Yeah, now goldening. Okay, that if that was all planned for him to get up into first and then trail, then well done, well executed.
Yeah,
but
if that was so planned, then yeah, please keep this top 2. It would be deserved.
Yeah, certainly, I did not see that coming, but wow. I would have to imagine that was coordinated.
I guess, yeah.
With the risk of, oh, there's the blue. Okay.
Oh, Oscar getting blued in front. Oh, that fire could do that, but I don't think it's gonna reach.
Nah, he's reaching. He's getting to the line. He's getting to the line.
Oh,
he could back this. He could back a lot of this though. Oscar, I think Oscar and Wood both survived. I think that's still 1-3-4.
Yeah. Dude, okay, what is the rest though? I think, but YQ getting last. That's a lot of okay. Top 2.
One was up there, but yeah, 1-3-5-6. 1-3-5-6.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, Yoshi Gang is in the lead now again. This is just a constant back and forth. Yeah, that was a really good play. I find it so funny how Darky just came in, zooming in, and just taking out the biggest threat in the room. And that was just top 2. That was really well played on their end. Yep, another classic track pick. They have so much experience on TM. I remember still that I think they've been picking that for a long time. Wait, did Wood get first? Or isn't this a Wood track pick?
Wood got like 5th.
Okay, I see. Okay, I guess they all like it a lot. That would make sense. Yeah.
I also don't know what Wood's experience with this track on 150 is.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah, he did have the 200 world record for some time, but I don't know.
Yeah,
they're very different. They're very different tracks compared to each one, so I don't know if that translates.
Yeah, that's true. Kartvengers is still up 4. Was that not as big of a race as I thought? Interesting. Okay. Dude, this is so close. And we're going into the last GP with almost a tie. +4 for Kartvengers, -4 for Yoshi Gang. I just saw in chat also that Darky is apparently really good at Ice World. I see. Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Ice World is so weird, where like everyone thought it was going to be a drafter because of the long spiral turn, but it's just literally a runner because of the coins and the advanced strats you can do, which is really interesting. Top, oh, good trail. That could have cost them otherwise. Bateria baja. Okay, I think it's time to charge the controller after. We see a lot of KVT in the back, even though this was KVT's track pick, and KVT gets Nana as well. If that was intended, that was an awesome banana, I gotta say. YQ with the top 2 as well, and protection. He's gonna throw it? I guess to get rid of it? Is there no one behind? Okay, that's... okay, I think KVT needs shock here. That's a solid top 3. Wait, where did Iori go? Lori? Top 4. Insane.
Yeah, but that's I mean, as nice as this is really not, you know, how you win TM, unfortunately.
Maybe they will. Maybe they will.
Yeah.
Like, I believe if KVT does not pull a goodbye Maple and Oscar.
That's one way to do it.
Okay, KVT is like, no, we don't need shock. Goodbye.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in the dodges right now. The pack is squishing together quite a bit right now. Last very close to first. I would not be surprised if this is just shockless, and just KVT was able to take out that top 4 the traditional way. There's so many YQ in the back right now. There I think 9 bottom 2 at the moment. They're the ones actually scrambling to go for it. They're actually the ones scrambling to go for it right now.
The red?
There's like 3 pink Yoshis back there. The red doesn't work. He's gonna swim into first. Vic's getting first. No, he's getting first.
Is he though? That will be really close. Is that first?
No, he is.
Second. No.
Oh, okay.
We should have bet on that.
All right. Yeah, I was.
Oh.
Yeah, no, so much YQ fell to the back after that whole bomb and whatever else happened there.
Okay, yeah. KVT did the CBT, and now they're in the leading position. Oh god, I should not make that joke again. That was a big race for them. This is so important for KVT, and they're giving their best. Expanding their lead, that was probably a big plus, right? And, dude, I remember playing against KVT or Kartvengers back then, before the first team existed, like 3 years ago, and they picked Ice World. Not Ice World, Ice Outpost, and they still are. Okay, against the DKS. I kinda wanna see Ice because I'm curious how this plays in Wars, because we like never see it. It's kinda underrated actually. I wonder why.
I think it's just kind of inconsistent.
That's fair. Yeah. But we actually get the DKS.
Yeah.
KVT. Okay, I'm gonna look at the script. We actually, according to the script, this is gonna be a plus 18 for Yoshi Gang to go tied into the last 2 races.
I believe it. Yeah, based on how this war's gone, I believe it.
They're just bagging from the start. Oh, interesting. Actually, that's so worth it, looking at that. The launch track, also very rarely seen in Wars. I think KVT is in really favorable spots right now. Is he gonna make... Okay, very well played. That was clean. Dang, nice. Okay, we have like a top 3... Okay, good horn. We have a top 2-4 for YQ, but I believe that's a bottom 4 for KVT, so YQ is literally not able to pull shock. And you know how shock heavy the... goodbye Oscar again. Every time we have Oscar's POV, they just die somehow. Okay. We have Vic Sherman up. I think there's actually more YQ in the back now, so that might be a good play to even it out. Remember, always have your bottom 4 split to increase the shock chances and lower them for your for your opponents. We're looking... Is that a top 3 breakaway? I think KVT Loki needs shock. But To be fair, they are acting according to the script, so keep on going. YQ holding
well,
the blue.
that-
Okay.
The other two are in play right now. They're both being used. So, KVT is quite a bit back in last and did just land from the cannon.
Yeah.
Possible that that person in last did just pull something.
I don't think
They're
that's going
far
to be
back
shocked.
there. Okay, they went into star. Yeah, still not
Oh.
really having anything at the moment. Oh,
Okay, that
the script might have been right. I think the script was actually that might have been too good of a race for YQ. There's a lot of them up there.
Oh shit! Hey guys, that
Yeah,
wasn't
no,
supposed to be that big.
That's like a plus 20 something.
Oh wow.
So they will take the lead instead of tying.
Okay, fair.
But they're only up by like 6-ish.
Yeah.
Actually, they might be up by more. That bottom two, that might have been like almost a plus 30.
I find it really awesome how the track picks keep changing, and then each team is able to show off their specialty track, and they always get a plus 20 on it.
Oh yeah, that was a plus 32. So
Oh.
Yeah, YQ's up 14 into these last two.
Interesting.
They do that one more time and they win. But
yeah. Yoshi Gang just needs a decent race to actually kind of secure it for the last try. Yeah, they're still picking ED. That's awesome. How they're still sticking to their bases, to their roots. But we're getting Weibo. Okay, Yoshi Gang could settle it here. Big race, and it's over.
Yep.
And that will probably be it for KVT if this is a big race. So KVT needs to step up here and get a big race. There's no other way around it. Okay, let's do a bet. How many shocks do you think are there going to be this race on this 15-minute track?
Ooh, I'll say 3.
3? Okay, I'll say 2. Let's see what happens.
With how this war has gone, there hasn't been that many, so I feel like we're due for a couple.
True, yeah.
Yeah, there's been like I don't think there's been a race yet with 2 shocks, except for like RWS where both teams pulled it.
Yeah, that's true. I just saw that the scores were actually corrected, and Yoshi Gang is up 10. Okay, which is like, it's not that much less, but like, it's still something for KVT. But Yoshi Gang's still in the lead.
Mm-hmm.
KVT's on the hot seat right now, and they need to do something about this. Good maneuvering from Vic. Good Nana from, I think, KVT? That's so many tops. This looks so dangerous. Is this like a 1, 3, 4, 5 for... Oh, is this like a top? No, actually, that's KVT in the top. Okay. So we see 1, 3 for KVT, and just Maple being by themselves in second with those triple greens though that are really scary, and Vic with the item that doesn't work, and he... Okay, goodbye, whoever that was. Oh, good bomb. That was so clean. Okay, now Vic, that was an awesome half pipe as well. Breakaway for KVT.
With the double reds as well, should anything happen behind him. But like, even then, honestly, if I'm Vic, I'm being slow right now. Oh, those triple greens are interesting.
Oh, and fire.
There's fire as well.
And Rang.
That fire is actually going to land back on the track. It's going to hit them both.
Oh, that might have low-key been the play of the war. If that secures it, that would be insane, hitting on both of them.
Oh, and they got and the KVT guy in first. Yeah, Lori got hit again. It's going to be a YQ top 2 at least right now.
And the TK, unfortunate that they landed next to each other. Okay, if YQ keeps this, they might win this, right? What's going on there in the tops? Can you tell?
I mean, it was YQ top 2 at first. See a red Yoshi get hit there.
I think YQ top 3?
That's YQ top 3.
YQ top 5? Wait, is that top 6?
No, it's not.
Wait, are they really top 6ing?
Oh,
Who's
wait,
that Rosalina?
They could be top 5 though. Okay,
Top
they're not anymore. That's a top 4 though, I think. I would have to think that Rosalina's YQ.
Right, I just realized we're watching Vic's POV. Top 4.
Yep.
That's pretty
Top
much
4,
it.
8. I think What? No, they need a plus 32. That's not a plus 32, but KVT needs like basically a top 6.
Yeah. Okay. We'll wait for the scores. That was insane.
Yeah, that was a plus 22. So KVT needs a lot.
They need a lot.
As casters, as MKC casters, we have to go up here and say, oh, well, it's not mathematically possible. But, how often do these comebacks actually happen?
Yeah, it's really rare, but I still think both teams can do it. Like, YQ just played out of their mind. They proved really well why they're picking these tracks, actually.
That was a crazy lap 3 from the whole team, pretty much.
I agree.
Everyone doing their own role to break up the tops and then hold the tops and then do the dirty pack play to get everyone up there.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, like, that rank killed so many. Like, that was such a huge play. But Ice Ice is one of those tracks, though, where you can top 6. If you played really well. They are experienced. It can happen. They need a plus 34. That's doable. Okay.
I believe this is their track as well.
Yeah. Okay, I see YQ actually went on Luigi Ink Striker for the Sky High Sunday. Good strat. Wick with the optimal path, okay. But YQ actually seems to have held a lot of the tops. Okay. Does Vic trail? Oh, someone has triples. Who has triples? They disappeared. YQ still in top 2. Or is that KVT up there? No, they're actually Iori found their way up there into second. And that's a 2-3 for KVT now. Oh, goodbye Iori. Dude, how many times have we had random bombs fly into the screen out of nowhere and just kill someone? Okay, is Darky in the back? No.
Okay. Darky just holds this. That's really all they need. Yeah, Vic missing that set there.
Mm-hmm. But there are enough boxes. And Vic is catching up, actually.
Yeah. That red could be useful, unless Darky pulls enough defense. Ghost will take the shroom. Really kind of inconsequential.
Yeah. Darky's still holding that green.
Yeah, it does seem like Vic is outlining him a bit, but... I was gonna say how much does that matter, but look how much Pink Yoshi's in the back right now.
Yeah. Okay, this could actually be...
If Vic can find a way to hit Darky here...
What?
if Vic finds a way to hit Darky here, this is possible.
This is definitely possible.
I think he went around. Can he get the trail?
Does he get him? He did get into first.
He's in first, but Darky is still alive in second. He just needs to hold second. He's not going to be backing. That red's going to go for him.
Oh, that green is so scary.
That green.
Is that?
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, he held second. That's a win. That's a win.
That's a win. And I see a lot of KVT in the background as well. Wow.
That was. I mean, wow. That was. Yeah, they. Actually, I don't think that would have been enough. There was enough YQ. Even if they are able to hit Darky into some bottom spot, I don't think they do enough.
Yeah.
At that point, because you had YQ in. If they got hit, you had them in 4th, you had them in 6th. I think those two would have been enough, but still, Darky holding that down there. Despite having to go wide of the last shortcut there, being able to avoid the trail successfully, holding on to that second, and securing the win.
I agree. Very strong played. Both of these teams played really well. I believe this could have gone either way. Definitely. Like, if that DKS or Weibo track pick wouldn't have happened, or the Rang was an awesome play on YQ's end, then this could have gone any way. So congratulations to Yoshi Ganq for the playoffs. Very exciting. Definitely deserved. Super huge.
Yeah, absolutely. Going 6-4, I believe, because they did win their last one before. Kartvengers, it hurts, but I know that I would like to think that they're taking this well because, they have the experience. They've probably been in a situation like this before.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. If you've played for this long.
It's never fun to lose like this. I would
definitely.
know.
Especially if you're that close to winning. Like, before the Weibo race, it was so close. And that just killed everything. That definitely, increased the Weibo propaganda, I believe. All right, no, really good match. I'm really curious to see which of the other teams made playoffs. We're gonna see that later. You can check yourself in the D7 results chat. But very impressive from Yoshi Gang, first of all. They started in D20 6 seasons ago, and now they're in D7
In
playoffs and
playoffs. Yep.
made that on prime time. Like, wow, that's so cool. And really well played. I know Kartvengers is also going to bounce back. They played so well. They showed why they were so close to playoffs. They like another day they would have made playoffs. I really believe so. But today Yoshi Gang just beat them. And yeah, it was definitely deserved. Really good matchup. And yeah, what do you think of this match?
That I think you kind of said everything. That was we saw, I think, everything that we wanted to out of that match. It was back and forth close the entire way. I mean, we
Mm.
just great Mario Kart from both teams. I mean,
No, I fully
I
agree.
don't really, yeah.
It was
I do believe is there Mikhail, our stream host, is there anything more we need to add on at the end now, or are we all set?
all right.
All right.
Okay.
Well, in that case, I do believe that'll do it from us here at the MKU regular season. Um, we will see you. We will see you next week for the first playoff match. Obviously as the days get closer, we will have more info on who that's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Not sure if it'll be D1, but it'll definitely be a higher div for sure.
Yeah.
We'll see, who's willing to play and all that. But
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That was really fun to cast, I gotta say. The constant back and forth between the two teams, constantly just getting huge race after huge race on their specialty track. That was just awesome to see. And yeah, thank
yeah,
you for casting today with me. That was a lot of fun.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and congratulations to all the teams that made playoffs, and best of luck to everyone. And I believe that should be everything for today, right?
Yep. We are
Okay.
all set, and we will see you guys. Well, maybe not we, but someone will see you guys next week for playoffs.
Yeah. I hope everyone has a great rest of the weekend and take care.